Dan, how you going, man?
Not bad, mate. Wow.
Yeah, good, man. Thank you for coming down.
All good.
Finally happened.
Finally, yeah, we've been talking about it for like, when was Queensland?
Yeah.
So I think that was the first time we
up
brought
there.
it up. Yeah.
I think that was the first time I ever spoke to you, actually.
Yeah.
I'd seen you around at gigs and shit, and I know about you obviously because you played in bands and stuff, and heard about you, and you're prominent there in the scene, I guess.
Yeah.
Few people know you, and plus you know Shannon and Josh know you from when they were in Nucleus and that.
Yep.
Yeah. So they know who you are, and they always had good things to say. So, but yeah,
hopefully.
that was no, of course, man, of course. But yeah, it was on that tour, hey, that little mini tour thing. Yeah, that was cool.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
what was that, like 2 years ago?
No, that was last year. Yeah,
You sure?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Or was it the start of last year?
it was not. Was it March or April or May?
Oh, okay.
May. I think it might have been May. Yeah.
Because we were getting a bit like depressed because we're like, we didn't go over east last year. Because we were like doing it so often. But
No, you have been.
yeah, but not last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we want to do that as well, but it's just it's money.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, what does it cost you guys to get out of town?
Yeah, a lot, man.
I think it's like at least $6,000 for us to just leave.
Yeah,
So-
when you think what a airfare is like $800 or something. Return. I haven't looked.
Depends
but-
how many people are in your
and
band.
then
I suppose.
accommodation. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, if you got like 5 people. How many you got?
Just four.
Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still $4 or $5,000.
Yeah.
Accommodation, food,
Yeah.
fucking transport.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The Ubers from the airport.
Yeah.
That's the most expensive.
Yeah.
It's brutal, eh?
That's funny because I just went to the US and the Ubers were like the cheapest thing there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you went, did you go to Nam?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
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 That was mind blowing, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool. It's huge. But we went to well, that's in LA, but in Anaheim. But we went to like Hollywood and shit. We stayed there for a couple of days beforehand because I went with my wife.
Yeah.
And it was good, but it is so expensive there. It is unbelievable. Man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
More expensive than here.
Yeah, because of the dollar, the Aussie dollar.
Yeah. Oh, the conversion.
Yeah, that's right. You lose like nearly half of it straight up. And then the other thing is I was just talking to some of the other guys there, like some of the other Ormsby artists and stuff at NAM, and some of them are like bartenders, and they get like nothing, man. I'm like, how the fuck do you live here?
Yeah.
Because it's
like,
not cheaper than here. It's pretty much, I reckon it's the same, pretty much. It's just they get lower wages. Like, no wonder why everyone here is on drugs on the streets just off their fucking heads because no one's got a hope.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that guy's buying a mortgage or that, like, getting a house or...
Yeah.
It's like, no way, man. Some of these, if you're in that lower rung, you will never succeed there. Unless, somehow have some kind of miracle happen, I guess. But,
lucky break kind of thing.
Yeah, because I saw so many people, just even in Hollywood there, we stayed on, I think we stayed on Sunset Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard, one of them. There's heaps of boulevards there.
Yeah.
And there was this, there was just so many people walking around. They were doing all these like hand things because they're off their head, just like, look at that, like drawing on blackboards or something while they didn't walk out.
On like Flacker or something.
They were just fucking doing whatever, talking to themselves. And then outside our hotel though, there was this lady, and she was kind of sad because she looked like she kind of had her shit together, like she had her hair done nice and all that, and was dressed kind of nice. But then I saw her there for like 3 days in a row, day and night, because we were coming and going all the time, going out for dinners and going to shops and going to whatever. She was just there wigging out. And I was like, said to my wife, I was like, fucking hell, she like, if she wasn't doing that, if you just saw her in the street, you'd think she's kind of like well-to-do, like, kind of has her shit sorted. But fuck, she's obviously like a junkie or something.
She's been there for 3 days.
Yeah, and she was like, didn't sleep or nothing. I was like, you just think she hasn't slept. She hasn't left there. She's probably shat her pants. Like, you don't know. Well, she's in this state. Like, you can tell she's in like this another planet, mate.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking hell, man. That's so fuck. I've never seen that here.
Pretty sad, hey? Apparently
It is.
It's been worse since COVID.
Yeah, it would have been for sure, man.
Yeah.
It's just and everything there is just fucking so expensive, man. In California, especially. Well, I've never been anywhere else in the US, but just I spoke to a few people and they said California's pretty expensive.
Drink prices.
Yeah, that was still expensive.
Really?
Yep. Yep. That and food, just everything, man. And then because you got tips, so I'm not used to that, and it kind of took me a bit to get my head around it. And I think a few people got pissed off at me at few, the servers and waiters and waitresses because I was just kind of didn't get it. I was like, well,
that's right, because they got like shitty minimum wage, but they rely on tip. Yeah.
And so you're obliged to give them a tip. But then the prices of stuff doesn't really reflect that they're on a minimum wage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Like, say, for example, we went out for, say, like dinner and you look at the menu and there's like, oh, there's a burger there. Oh, that's like $13. Say that. And then, okay, so in Australia, that's probably like $18.
Yeah.
So that's pretty similar.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, then I've got to put 20% tip. They usually want about 20%. And so it's like, and then they put tax on top, which I didn't realise because we'd get the bill and I'm like, hang on, like my maths ain't great, but that ain't right. What the fuck? And then they're like, oh no, because then they add the tax on after. So in the menu, you don't see that. It's not like here where the GST's added in and that
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to pay and you're like, what? Yeah. And
end up with $25 for a burger.
Kind of. Yeah. Probably not that much, but similar. Yeah. Then you throw in a drink, and then you throw in your like partner's meal, and then their drink, and then it's like, it ends up being pretty much the same as here.
Yeah.
Except if you're over there, you obviously they get paid less. So I'm just like, I don't know how you see everyone there's out and about. I'm like, I don't know how you must be just living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of me at the moment.
It happens, man. Me too. Sometimes, man. Some weeks scraping it by, man. It's just the way it is now. Everything's so expensive. Hey?
Yeah. Just fuel prices and unfortunately, and the price of driving a V8.
I know. Yeah,
and I've done I've done up and down the freeway in traffic like 4 times. This is my 4th time this way.
Fuck.
But like on Wednesday, it was like 3 hours to get from Perth to Rockingham.
Oh,
it was brutal. There was a truck rollover.
No,
so absolutely brutal.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. And because you got a V8. You were saying, hey,
yeah.
Well, thanks for coming down because it probably cost you a bit.
That's all right.
I feel like I should pay you.
No, it's actually worked out perfect because I'm staying around the corner over the weekend for the UFC. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
My mate's birthday as well, so he's just got a house out in Mandurah, so. It's perfect timing.
Yeah, that's good. I used to have a V8. I actually sold it because part of the reason was expensive to run.
Petrol.
It was on ethanol, so it was even more.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so
what was that?
Falcon supercharged one.
Oh,
nice. It was nuts, that thing. Fuck, I miss that.
Yeah.
I don't miss the headaches, but I spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even want to think how much. The motor alone was like 45 grand, and then fucking supercharger and intercooler and then I put the battery in the boot and fuel cell in the engine bay, and it was full race spec. And and I think I used to get for a 65 litre tank. I think I used to get like maybe 200 k's.
Oh shit!
Yeah, from ethanol.
Jesus,
and that's like double the price of fuel. So that thing just guzzled it. So I used to drive around with jerry cans.
Oh really?
Yeah, because there's no ethanol down here. So if I drove to, say, there's one in Armidale, but they would never have it, and then there was one in
basically go through
Osmond Park,
getting your fuel.
Yeah, so I drive up to Osmond Park, like Hutton Street or whatever.
Yeah,
and go up there and fill them up, and then by the time I get back to Mandurah, I'd use like over half a tank, so I'd have to top it up with jerry cans.
That's brutal,
just so I could have some fun. I could put in 98, but then you lose like 100 and something horsepower, and I was like, I need that 1,000 all the time.
Yeah. That's sick.
But so fuck, I'd hate to think of running one now. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, I get like so excited when it's under $2 a litre. It's like
Christmas.
Better put $30 in.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing anyway, music wise lately?
Not a lot. I'm still getting over Christmas.
Yeah.
No. We have been doing this little comedy night. We're like the backing band for it. But
cool.
That's just come to an end.
Where's that? What's that?
That was down in Rockingham at VAT 116.
Oh, yeah, righto.
They tried out a comedy night down there, but it's just finished up. But we're going to continue in May at the Indie Bar.
Yeah, right. So what's that all about? So there's obviously a few comedians playing, and then you just playing between sets.
Yeah, we're kind of like the as they're walking out and in between, like in the intermissions and stuff, we play.
Oh, so it's kind of like one of those late night shows.
Like the house band, yeah. But you got 75% of Vulgurite doing it.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's metal.
We tame it back a bit, but when some people walk out, we chuck in a bit of 5 minutes alone or something.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's sick.
Yeah, just all different kinds of stuff. Like
that's cool. I like that.
Gangnam Style one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just fully mix it up. Yeah,
that's cool, man. I like that.
Simpsons theme and heaps of random stuff. Just
is it vocals as well, or is it just music?
Just music. Yeah. So that's what we've been doing.
Your vocalist is a bit of a funny guy though.
Clint, he's a legend.
He's funny.
Absolute weapon.
Your music's kind of like I don't know, it reminds me a lot of like Bon Scott era AC/DC in a way.
Yeah, I'll get that from
mixed with Pantera.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. Because you were saying before, obviously off air, you were saying about how you started out music and that.
Yeah.
So how did that happen anyway? So everyone knows.
It's been there my whole life. Like I've always been interested in guitar. But then one day when my dad just picked me up from school one day, I think I was 6. He's like, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. And I was like, okay.
Oh, so he played, did he?
Yeah, he played a little bit, like Creedence and Rolling Stones and that sort of stuff.
Oh, cool.
So he got me started on that. And I was in...
How old were you?
6.
Oh, shit. So you've been playing from very young.
Yeah.
That explains the skills.
A long time. And then I was in a band with, like, he had just a kind of lounge room band that he used to just jam with. And I was in that band when I was 8.
Yeah.
Had my first gig on the back of a truck at a party when I was 8.
That's cool, man.
Got the full... because I was really into the army at the time, so I dressed full army and had the headband and stuff.
That's funny.
Actually, no. My first gig was when I was 6, but I wasn't playing guitar. I was singing at my uncle's 21st.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Singing a bit of Creedence and stuff.
You good at singing, are you?
Nah, I don't reckon. But I was just so into music already at that age. So.
That's cool, man. Yeah. What about your brother? How's he timed all
that? He got, I think my uncle, because all my uncles played drums, and they just kind of gave him a leftover sort of drum kit when he was probably about 6 as well. And then for Christmas he got like a Pearl Export because he was right into the Wiggles.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he wanted a red drum kit. So my dad got Santa.
Santa.
Santa got a Pearl Export, a red one.
Yeah.
So then he got started on that, and then we used to jam every day. Yeah, just playing Creedence and
that's cool,
all
man.
That sort of stuff.
Because is your brother older or younger?
He's younger.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
How much younger?
3 years.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, cool, man.
And then, kind of just snowballed from there. Just playing every day.
What was your first band? Like your first proper band where you were kind of writing your own stuff?
Oh, we had a couple of different bands when we were in late primary school. Just it was us, another guy, and a girl. Then the singers kind of just changed throughout the years, and I haven't really thought back to all this stuff. But I can't remember. The first original band would have been can't remember what we were called. It was something like I think it was like Fringe Benefit or
Fringe Benefit.
Yeah. And then it became Mirrors.
Oh yeah.
And that became we started because I ended up getting taught guitar by this guy called John Meyer. He was like a bit of a blues legend in Perth.
Oh yeah, right.
And he kind of got me going with the writing. He used to like when I was about 12, he'd sort of give me a guitar lesson, then just hit record and be like, all right, now try and come up with something of your own.
That's cool.
And I'd go home with a CD after every lesson.
And listen to your own stuff.
Yeah, and that became songs, and that's what kind of got that band going.
That's cool, man.
And then the bass player left, and in I used to go to school with Raya Lee. I don't know, she's Annie Girl. That's the other band that we're in at the moment. Sorry, I'm touching.
What's that?
Oh, I was banging the tables. Probably
No.
So
don't touch the table.
Yeah.
It's off limits.
So we needed a bass player, and she played bass. And I knew her from school. We would run into each other at a party in a high school party, and I was like, oh, we need a bass player, and she joined.
Oh yeah, cool. So she plays bass.
She played, but she's actually a really good singer as well.
No, she is, yeah.
Yeah, and then we ended up having two like female vocals that could harmonise, and it was amazing. Like it was really cool for like 15-year-old kids.
Yeah, that's killer.
And then that singer ended up leaving, and it became like Raya, Maddie, and myself.
Yeah. And
we did that for
be like Killing Heidi.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That was a cool band.
We did that. Yeah, we did that for about 4 years or so, and then then that kind of fell apart as we got a bit older and were doing different things, and so then we started mine and Matt's first like metal band.
Yeah,
that was called Hellius.
Hell yes.
Yeah, it was Hellius. But that was kind of the joke. Hell yes. But, we did that that was like kind of like insane. That was about when I was 19. So it was just lots of partying, and the band lasted about 8 months.
Yeah, righto.
And we broke up on stage. And then I moved to Melbourne for a few years, and we had a kind of pop punk metal band called Spear Brittany.
Oh yeah.
Which was we only did that for a little while.
Fuck, you've had heaps of bands.
Yeah. And then Matt moved back to Perth, and he was like, this band Tempest Rising are looking for a guitarist. And like he'd come over from Perth, and we're like just drunk one night, and he chucks on the Tempest Rising first EP.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sick. And then,
was he playing on that?
No, this is like before he was even in it as well.
Yeah.
But we just liked the band.
Yeah.
And and then like a month or two later, Matt's like, they're looking for a guitarist. You should join or audition or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I messaged the guys, said I was interested, and sent over like a video of me playing one of their songs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
so you just learned that by ear, kind of.
Yeah. And then but I think James was like, we're all pretty keen on you, but there's a few other guys, but if you're keen, like come over to audition. Then I got it, and moved back to Perth, and
because you went on some pretty big tours and stuff, eh?
Yeah.
We
did Europe, we did Japan, did a few Aussie tours.
Yeah, did you just have some pretty big supports as well?
Yeah. Did Arch Enemy.
Yeah,
and,
that's cool.
Sepultura.
Fuck.
I don't know if you remember the band Trapped.
Yeah. Is that the guy that's always on Twitter trolling?
I think so. Yeah.
The singer. I reckon he's a pretty funny guy. Everyone pays him out. I reckon he's funny as fuck.
Yeah. So we did that, and like a bunch of other like I think
Is
was
that
it? Not
Headstrong?
yeah.
I'll
Oh,
suck you off.
and Drowning Pool as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that was sick because me and Matt, when we were like real young, we were right into, or Matt more so, but yeah, right into Drowning Pool.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, cool. I never got into them, eh?
Yeah.
They were real big at one point.
Yeah.
And then I never could get into them.
Yeah. Yeah, Bodies Hit the Floor, that's it.
Yeah, that was their big song.
We're right into that one.
That was like the only song I know from
yeah,
them, I think.
Yeah. But I think Matt got into him like he was probably like 10 or 11 when that stuff was big.
Yeah, right.
So
that's pretty cool, man. So he's had some pretty decent supports and all that.
Yeah.
So because what happened with that band is you just kind of everyone kind of go, we're over it, or
yeah, just what did happen?
that Vin guy's a good singer too.
He's wicked, yeah.
He's like trained and shit.
Yeah, he's a great singer. I think I got a bit. Matt left a year before I did.
Was he just over it, or?
Yeah, just I guess a clash of personalities.
Oh
with
yeah,
him
yeah,
and,
that'll do it.
Yeah, I was just kind of done putting in a lot of work. Yeah,
Not reciprocated kind of thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, and I was kind of a bit over me, like just I'd been doing bands for so long.
Yeah,
like, you know, kind of needed some time. And yeah, took some time off. Coincidentally, had a baby as well.
Yeah, shit.
So yeah, just took some time, and then I sort of had some time to think as well, and I was like, yeah, I had this idea for a band. Put it to Matty. He's like, yeah, I'd be keen, and he's like, I know this guy. You know, yeah, he's like Clint. I was like, oh yeah, they played just before us with Tempest did Perth Rocks, and Spud Gun did the set.
Oh, was he from Spud Gun?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So righto.
They kind of blew me away. Like while we were setting up the our stuff, they were playing on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Had like Spark Machines and Clint smashing a guitar, and I was like, these guys are sick. But
that's funny.
Yeah. And also they did the I think they played when we did the first Pantera tribute night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that, but that was.
I remember. I never went, but I remember seeing it on social media.
Yeah, yeah, that was a sick night. That was really hard.
Who did the vocals for that?
Kane Cressel.
Oh yeah. From
he's in the Amenta.
Yeah, that's right. They're kind of back now, aren't they?
Hey, yeah. I think they were sort of had not a break, but didn't do much
for a long time,
for like 7 years or something. Yeah. But Kane was kind of, or I guess they were all making music over those 7 years. But the album they came out with was,
I haven't heard it.
It was sick. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it black metal kind of stuff? Is that what
it is? Yeah. Industrial kind of.
I think I heard maybe a snippet on Instagram or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick. You should check it out.
Yeah, I will for sure.
But yeah, so can't remember where I was going with that. I think Clint, yeah. So, which is funny because we got a picture from that night, and it's us on stage with and Clint's like crowd surfing. It's like that's where it all began.
Yeah. But, he's pretty theatrical too. Some of the stuff he does.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I kind of like that because I find like nowadays everyone's really, really kind of worried about worried about the image.
Yeah.
Or like, whereas, the like era of like when me and you grew up, 90s and that, I remember watching like the vulgar videos and all that stuff and all the antics they would do, and like no one does that anymore. You probably can't. You get sued, I guess.
Yeah.
For throwing TVs out at hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems good that he's on stage is still doing crazy funny shit that no one really does these days anymore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of keeping that kind of theatrics alive, that crazy shit on stage that not a lot of bands really do.
I guess like we're all kind of raised on that, so it's just probably in the deep brain, like but
go back to like an animal,
Yeah,
caveman.
kind of. Yeah, like we've all got that kind of. It's like this. I don't know if this is like politically correct, but just like I call it mentally retarded.
Yeah, sort of mentally.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just like this like inner thing that and kind of it's not like put on or anything. It just comes out.
Yeah, just having fun, man.
And I think that's why this band clicks so well is because we've all got that thing, like whatever it is.
Just having fun.
Yeah, just having fun with it. And yeah, a couple of beers doesn't hurt either.
Yeah. But, I can't do it. If I do anything but concentrate and try playing, I just fucking I'm no good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
This probably comes with practice, I guess. But,
you wouldn't get me having that many beers trying to play someone else's music. But because it's like comes from inside us, you know, like it's just like it's natural. Yeah. So I don't have to think about it too hard.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You just got any more stuff coming or?
We just put one out in January.
Oh, okay.
Just a single.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about locking ourselves in a studio for like over a weekend and give it like our best shot to write an album.
Oh, right. So come in just with ideas, but not anything pre-written kind of thing.
Yeah, we're going and try and track as much as we can as well. But yeah, just we kind of want to get in there Friday and not leave till Sunday night.
Yeah. Hopefully you can be creative too, because sometimes it comes and goes, it comes in waves.
Block, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just like got nothing for like a month.
Yeah, that's like I feel like I've got like a it's just like this cycle. So I have like the writing part, then you track it, then you promote it, and then you're like, all right, it's gig time, and you just go nuts with gigs.
Yeah.
Burn yourself out with
you just
gigs.
do heaps of gigs too.
Yeah. And then just you burn out. And then you don't want to do anything for a while. Yeah. And then the cycle begins again.
Yeah, that's how it is, eh?
Yeah. So at the moment where I'm at, I'm like, all right, I've done basically nothing since like creatively since January. Yeah. It's time. Like yeah. Yeah. I've had enough fun now.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to do what you're saying, like go in a studio and doing all that, because like how we do our stuff is basically I'll just write it all here, and then we kind of just send everything over Messenger. There's not really any collaborative effort.
Yeah.
And I guess it works for our stuff, but also I kind of like I think man it would be cool.
That's the beauty though that you can do that these days.
Yeah. But it's I wonder if it affects the sound.
Yeah. Well, that's why we want to do it together, because usually I'm sitting at a computer smashing out riffs.
And do you program drums as well and send them to your brother?
Yeah, and so I do program just like average drums.
Yeah.
And then Matt will kind of pop his head in because we live together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he'll pop his head in and he's like, oh, why don't you try this, like arrangement wise, and he takes off again.
Yeah.
And then Clint comes around and lays down vocals, and then we change the arrangement again.
Yeah.
And then Matt comes back again, and like we change it around again, and then I'm like, all right, we're happy with that, and then take the drums out completely. Yeah. And we literally just go in and track drums.
Yeah.
And what Matt puts down is just absolutely shits on my drums anyway. He just has another way of, he like writes a song behind a song almost when it comes to drums.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then Jared comes and does his thing.
Is he the bassist?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not always me coming up with riffs too. Like Jared comes up with a bit. Clint's come up with some songs, and
so he plays guitar as well. Or he can. Yeah.
Clint's a good guitarist. Jared's a good guitarist as well. Right. Yeah. Yes. So that's handy.
Yeah. So do you record all your guitars at home, or do you go to a studio?
Mostly at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only studio things are drums, really.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So,
That's how it is nowadays, eh?
but yeah, so it has been a bit like, kind of like what you guys are doing, just a bit like, I do a bit, you do a bit, and kind of.
Yeah.
But we haven't actually ever sat together all together and be like, let's just jam and see where it goes. And I think for our music, it'd pay off.
Yeah.
Do that because
Be
it
interesting.
is about
to
the
see.
vibe as well.
Be interested to see how much the sound changes too,
Yeah.
because it'd probably be a fairly dramatic change, maybe.
Yeah, I think it will. And we've done like, I feel like the last 2 years has just been finding where we're at.
Yeah.
It's like the first 2 years of a band, it's like almost like teething. You just working it out.
How did we just come up with a name?
I was watching a documentary on Vulgurite, which is it's
Is that with an F? Did you
with
say?
an F, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's when like lightning hits sand and it fossilizes.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, so
So you
I was
just put a
like,
V there.
yeah,
Like
'cause-
vulgar display power.
yeah, it's kind of like vulgar and V for Van Halen. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So and when me and Clint first started hanging out, I was like, I've got this idea for a name, and he's like, yeah, I love it. Like,
Yeah, that's
so,
cool. Yeah, I was
yeah.
wondering where that come from, eh?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
because
the other
everyone
day.
just assumes like Pantera as well. Like,
Yeah.
which, yeah, of course. But
you can tell you're big Pantera fans.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
you can just hear it. In
yeah,
the
yeah,
music.
yeah. We can't help it.
Definitely have the influence there, which is
Absolutely.
one of the best influences to have, I reckon.
yeah. Yeah.
So for guitars wise, who are your favorite guitarists?
Obviously Dimebag.
Yeah.
I do love Zach Wild. I love because I don't know, like I've heard of mixed reviews of Zach Wild, like people are he's a bit over the top or whatever, but I love that.
Yeah.
Like he's like just even like the way he picks his strings is just like so aggressive.
It is, yeah,
It's
yeah.
sick.
It
So,
is.
I love that.
He's got his own sound too. It's that tone as well.
Yeah.
And just the way he plays his vibrato on that. And
Yeah.
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 His pentatonics.
Yeah,
Loves his
yeah, he does
pentatonics.
love his pentatonic.
Not allowed more than 2 notes per string.
Yeah. Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just amazing what he can do. You got to really respect someone that can make just an acoustic guitar sound so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
like he's playing like 4 things at once. It's crazy. Who else? Eddie Van Halen when I was younger.
Yeah.
I still love him, but I don't know.
Did you ever get into Megadeth, Metallica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like more so Metallica. I
Yeah.
got into first.
Yes.
And I don't know. For whatever reason, I like James's solos better.
Man, I was going to say that. I was actually going to say. I was going to say to you, whose solos do you prefer?
Not that Kirk's bad, but
No,
like,
no.
you know, like it's just James kind of. I get maybe because he's a vocalist as well. He picks just great melodies.
Yeah, like his I love his lead in Master of Puppets
Yeah.
just before Kirk's.
Yeah.
Like that's never spoken about. Every time you see like a guitar video playing Master of Puppets, I always play Kirk's because it's fast
Yeah.
and probably more technical, I guess. But I prefer James's. Kirk's is still amazing. That's iconic, that solo. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I love James's in that one in particular. That's one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah.
What are some of his other ones?
In Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you reckon Metallica's the most critiqued band in the world?
Yeah, for sure. I think Lars is the most critiqued drummer.
Yeah.
But man, like,
But like,
I don't know why everyone pays out. I don't get it, man. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he's done some bad takes live or something. I don't know. But if you listen to his drumming on like Justice for All,
Yeah,
some
Short
amazing
Straw.
drumming on there.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Man, some
Yeah.
fucking sick drumming on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone's on about.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, I will say though,
I think he had a bit of a like rough era during the 90s, and then
Probably stopped doing coke. That's why.
maybe, yeah. And then I feel like you watch anything live now, he's back on point.
Yeah. He's really good. You watch all their live stuff, he's on point. Yeah.
And if anyone else was playing drums for Metallica, it wouldn't be the same.
No,
He's
that's
just got
right.
that kind of wacky style.
He's got that off the wall kind of.
Yeah.
That's one thing because Dave McLean that used to play for Machine Head, they did a cover of Battery.
Yeah.
And he said it was actually quite difficult because the drumming's not so traditional. It's really random.
Yeah.
And you're probably used to playing certain bars the way you would typically play that.
Yeah.
But Lars's is like he throws in like, crash hits or this or that hits randomly.
Yeah.
But I love it the way he does it. It's actually
like,
really cool.
Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that sort of same. He just does shit differently to what any other drummer would do.
Yeah, right. I'm not familiar. I'd have to go back and listen. I've never listened to their drums in particular.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know. That Battery, Machine Head version.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
That was that was on the bonus on the Blackening.
Yeah, I think it was.
album.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But one thing I will say though with Lars's drumming that I've just found kind of irritating is it's like he's on all the newer stuff. There's some cool stuff on there, but every song starts like a snare intro.
Oh yeah.
It's like, man, you got other drums, man. Like use them.
Maybe it's just like because everyone gave him so much. Everyone gave him so much shit for saying anger, so it's just like, oh fuck.
So he's like, all right.
It's like you do this.
Yeah, but I just on the 72 seasons, just it's like everything's a snare intro. Then the one album before that, that Hardwired, everything's a fucking snare intro. Yeah. It's like you got toms, man. And then I noticed he doesn't really do any fills anymore, like that are like real. Everything's just kind of like a snare thing and whatever. But
hey, he's a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, but he's playing the old songs live. It's like we know you can still play like that.
True, yeah.
So it's like we're doing a roll on the snare, just throw a tom in.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's a foot away.
True, yeah.
But yeah, I guess
I'm glad that like the last couple albums I haven't minded.
I love that If Darkness Had a Sun, off 72 seasons. If Darkness Had a Sun.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Oh man. Listen to the bass on that. Holy fuck, man. That is the heaviest fucking bass that I can think of.
Yeah, right.
It just sounds so fucking cool, man.
Yeah, sick.
When I first heard it, I was even listening on my phone at work and I can just...
the bass cut through.
Yeah, you usually can't hear bass. And I was like, wow, hold on, I've got to put my fucking earbuds in for this. And even just that song, like Hetfield, it's just got that darker... kind of like you go back to like Load, some of the darker themes on that, as much as everyone bags it out, I like that album. I think there's some fucking bangers on that.
Yeah.
On Load.
Yeah.
I don't like Reload at all. And then,
I liked the Garage Inc. thing they did.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of like covers. Misfits covers.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. What's you know what I want to do on this podcast sometime? I want to do like a tier list.
A tier list.
Yeah, you know how you see on YouTube people have like A, B, C, D, and then you sit down with someone, but you both got to kind of know a bit about the bands, and then go, oh, what's your favorite album? Then you can kind of like bicker over like, oh no, we should put like Vulgar Display should be A, and then Cowboys should maybe be B or whatever,
Yeah.
And then you just talk about reasons why. I love them when I've seen a few things on YouTube with them.
I saw.
And I thought I'd love to do that.
Who did that? I think Two Bears One Cave did that. I can't remember what it was about.
What is it? Two Bears One Cave.
Yeah, with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched it.
Yeah, they're just comedians, but
yeah, I know.
They did
who
some.
He is,
something like that. But it was. Can't remember what it was about though. But yeah.
That's just a good way of going over a band's history, and then you just can kind of reminisce over the albums. And what's your favorite Pantera album then? I know it's hard to put a number one because...
Yeah, because obviously all for different reasons.
I reckon they're all just fucking so timeless.
Different albums for different days or moods, but...
Is there one that just always sticks out, like from your childhood, one that you probably listen to a lot more than the others?
it's always phases. Like I was smashing the Reinventing the Steel heaps just because I liked that they stripped it back a bit and was a bit more raw.
I don't know why everyone kind of bagged that album. I thought that album was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got some bangers on there.
Especially like Hellbound. I love that song, sick, man. That is that's almost channeling a bit of Great Southern Trendkill there.
Yeah. I saw some footage of them opening up with their set with Hellbound.
Oh yeah. And then these days?
Back in the day, it was just like handycam footage.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just like as soon as the Hellbound chorus comes in, it's just like flames and it was like
that riff's fucking sick too.
It's sick, yeah.
That's the thing. Dime could make some simple riffs. Just he had a way of just making them fucking so good, man.
It's Vinny's grooves.
You're right, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched it just yesterday. I was watching a video of Charlie Benante, or whoever the fuck you say his last name.
Yeah.
On Drumeo on. You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's where they like interview drummers and then they go through like songs and they play through them and stuff.
Was that he was playing
Walk.
Oh, was he? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he was just saying that I don't think he said the song was difficult, but he was kind of conveying that it's actually harder than you think because you got to sit behind the beat kind of thing because you can't rush it.
Yeah.
And then and then he was saying like when he was analysing stuff Vinny was doing, it was actually some pretty cool little things he does and little embellishments and all that. And even a song like that, you would think like it's so straightforward, but it would probably be harder than you think to really stay on beat with that be because you'd want to rush it because the song's got that kind of, that groove to it.
Yeah.
But then you got to sit behind the beat.
Yeah. Well, I reckon Vinnie Paul's like the John Bonham of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Because Bonham had that same thing. It was all about the feel. Like he was behind the beat. And
yeah, man. I still think Vinnie Paul's underrated, man.
Yeah.
I think he is, man.
Yeah.
Like you go on Instagram now and there's all these amazing drummers, crazy drummers, and same with guitarists, but it's like they're getting lost in like trying to throw in way too many notes and way too much stuff, and it's just like, that's crazy. I can't do that.
Yeah,
but
playing guitar.
But I don't. But I just if I turn my phone off now, I don't remember what you just did. It's not going to stick in my mind. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, just recently, I've it sounds bad as a guitarist, but I've gone off guitar solos a little bit.
Yeah.
For that reason, because it's just like, did that solo help the song?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point?
You got to serve the song instead of just shoehorn it in there for the sake solo for the sake of playing a solo.
Yeah. But then every Dimebag Darrell solo, you singing along to the solo.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Isn't that what didn't Kirk Hammett say something like his measure of a good solo is if you can hum it or whatever, if you can sing it. It's, but I guess then there's heaps of good Slayer solos that you can't sing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
people will be like, "What's this guy on?"
Yeah,
but because that was like the Tim Henson.
There's only one Slayer. Hey, like.
What's that?
There's only one Slayer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But then I always loved Jeff's solos more than Kerry's. They were more melodic. Like the Seasons in the Abyss solo. With the tapping and that.
Yeah.
That was such a fucking cool solo. But Tim Henson, the young fella that wears the cardigans and he's got heaps of tats and he played with Steve Vai and all that. He's got that band Polyphia.
Polyphia. Yeah.
That's like even that guy, like, yes, he's clearly talented, but I just don't remember anything he plays. It's just, it's just, I don't know, man. It's pretentious to me.
Yeah.
I
don't mind that kind of stuff. But like you're saying, I wouldn't remember the solo.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
That's what I was talking to my bandmate, Sam, about the other guitarist. I was just messaging him the other day. We were just talking shit and I was like, it doesn't seem like there's any like rock stars anymore. Like there's who's up and coming, who's going to be relevant. Like right now, you got like I know the guys that are popular now, like Tim Henson, Jason Richardson, all these younger guys. Yeah. And then it's like, but in 30 years, are you really going to remember anything they're doing? But then I guess at the same time, say if Dimebag was relevant now, if he say was living in this moment now, and there was TikTok.
He'd be
and
all
that.
over it.
Yeah, but I wonder if, because I think TikTok's ruined people's fucking sorry.
Dimebag was kind of ahead of the curve with that kind of social side.
Because he was doing videos.
He was doing the videos and
yeah,
stuff.
That's
so
right.
I reckon he'd be all over TikTok.
He probably would be.
Yeah, yeah. Was it Tony? Dude from Animals as Leaders.
Oh, Tosin Abassi.
Tosin. Yeah, that's it.
And there's that. Is that Javier Reyes or whatever as well? Plays for him.
Yeah. So, because I'm like 30 years behind with music generally. So, I've been listening to them quite a bit lately.
He's ridiculously good.
Yeah, like some of his techniques. I watched him. Was like that. He was fucking the dude from Dream Theater. I think
John Petrucci.
Yeah, John Petrucci.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, it was Devin Townsend as well.
Yeah,
and him.
I saw him at NAM.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't meet him. I just walked past him. There was like a line of a million people.
He's a freak.
Yeah,
like his songwriting abilities is amazing. Like, yeah,
I wanted to meet him, but the thing that I found was with the different levels of people that were there that were like famous or whatever. Guys like him, there was like, and then John Petrucci was there. There was just lines, man.
Yeah,
you would have been waiting for hours, and then it was more like a signing when you see a band. Like you're not really getting a one-on-one. They're kind of, you'll get a photo with them, and that you're not really getting to meet them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas I found like I met Gary Holt.
Yeah,
and had a yarn with him. He was so fucking cool. And he just took the time out to speak with me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And was or at least he pretended to be interested. You know what I mean? Whereas then I met some other guys that were pretty popular, and there might have been a few people hanging around, and then I get it. You know, they're getting bombarded. They're like, hey man, and they don't know me. Who am I? You know. So the interaction's probably not as wholesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I met Old England. That was kind of like that when I met him.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was. You could tell he was burnt out, and he was just not that interested.
Yeah.
But I met him.
I watched his videos.
Yeah, he's a wicked guitarist.
Yeah, sick guitarist. Yeah.
He would have been a cool fit for playing Pantera stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and him and Wes Houck. You know him?
Not sure.
Oh man, he's one of my favorite guitarists.
Yeah,
there's a band Alluvial. Have you heard of them?
No.
I'll show him after.
Yeah.
He's fucking amazing. He's like the cleanest guitar player. Like his technique is just amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's I'll show you later.
Yeah.
Can't explain it.
Yeah. I'm right into that, like picking every note real clean. I've
got to get better with that. My playing needs some serious fucking...
I got it drilled into me. My teacher was just like, just go through every note, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just do that every night. Yeah.
Yeah. Your playing is amazing, man, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Really, really good, man. You're a really good guitarist.
I can't take compliments. But I've just been playing a long time. I've been playing a long time.
Yeah, no,
I should be better.
Even no, but the subjective, man.
Yeah.
What's you know, there's some really simple stuff that's amazing, some technical stuff. So it's subjective, isn't it? Really,
that's true.
And I think everyone's never going to be at a level where they're like, I'm the best. I'm the best I'm going to be now.
Yeah,
like,
you should. Yeah,
you always strive to be better, don't you?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, yeah.
I love that. Well, I love that lead in particular. You know, on that that I messaged you about.
On the Annie Girl song.
Yeah. That's really, really tasteful, man.
Oh, thanks.
That was a fucking cool solo. I listened to that like probably 30, 40 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
really love that kind of playing, man.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Had some cool fast shit and then some slower shit.
Yeah.
And then and the tone was really cool, man. That stood out to me as well, the guitar tone. What were you using for that?
I can't remember. I actually did it like a couple of years ago.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. So
but it only just come out, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it was kind of on the back burner for a bit, was it?
Yeah, so Ray basically wrote an album over a long period of time, but just kind of working with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
And on that song in particular, she got me got me in.
Yeah, cool, man.
And yeah.
That was cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I know it was definitely on a telly.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it's got that twang to it.
Her dad's got this really nice telly with a Amy bar on it.
Yeah.
But I borrow that, like, cause we're her like band basically, Matt and myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but I'd play her dad's telly for those gigs.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
a
it.
nice guitar. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually played a proper telly, I've
It's
played
sick.
like telly style guitars, like ESPs or whatever, but not an actual proper Fender.
Yeah. I had a telly a long time ago.
What do you play, Charvels, hey?
Yeah.
Pretty much exclusively?
Yeah, just like him.
Yeah.
And it's got that. It's just the 80s
Yeah.
kind of thing about it as well.
Yeah. I used to have a Kramer, and that was a fucking sick guitar, but that just wouldn't stay in tune.
Yeah, right.
But
That's one thing, like, my guitars never go out of tune.
yeah, right.
Once they're tuned, it takes a while to get them in tune.
Yeah.
Being the Floyd, but
Yeah. I was just fucking around with this the other day.
yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's just like once they're in, they're in. And
Yeah.
Till you snap a string, then start again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how many you got?
Only the two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a big collection?
Nah. I reckon if I had more cash holder, I would have more guitars. But
Can you still get Charvels? Or?
yeah, so I think
Oh, Rick Graham plays them, doesn't he?
who's that?
Oh. I'll show you later.
Yeah. Man, I'm so out of the loop. But I think originally I was influenced to get a Charvel because Eddie Van Halen, I think he used to but take all their old parts out of their bin to make his guitars.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's good enough for Eddie.
Yeah, good enough. He was good enough for me.
Yeah. But he ended up with Kramer for a bit anyway.
Yeah. Guitar's a guitar anyway, really, when you get to that level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's more in your fingers, man.
Yeah.
You could probably pick up anything and make it sound great, so.
I've got like an RG series Ibanez as well.
Yeah, all righto.
I got that when I was about 18.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Still got that, but
I used to have a few Ibanezes myself years and years ago, and I really like the neck that's on them, that wizard neck.
That's the
Really
best thing. Hey,
Yeah.
It just feels like nice to play. Hey,
Yeah. And then I had an ESP Horizon.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty expensive guitar, but I don't know, I could never play well on it, man. There was just I don't know what it was. It was the neck shape, and the frets seemed super fucking jumbo on that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, I could just never play great on it. I don't know. That's probably definitely a me problem because heaps of great guitarists play ESPs. But and then I had another ESP, a Steph Carpenter from the Deftones.
Oh yeah.
His signature one on that was fucking so shit, man. It was just I don't know. I didn't like it. Sounded shit, played shit, and then I had a LTD. It was like a $2,000 mark one with a Floyd. That was okay, but that didn't sound great at all. And what else have I owned? Yeah, that's pretty much them. And then Ibanez's, and then I think I'd bought an Ormsby. Yeah. Just because I thought they looked cool. And I met Perry and I thought, he seemed like a cool guy. I'll buy one of his guitars.
Yeah, I've never played one.
We can have a go after if you want. I've got a few of them laying around.
Actually, I noticed, There's
a few away there, and there's a couple in their shop, actually. I'm getting one I fucking chipped on my table there standing up. I was like, fuck. And that one I would have liked you to play because that's got it's a Dino Kazari's signature, and he loves we used to play Ibanez, so the neck profile is very similar to an Ibanez. Real flat and and I've got another one there that I'm getting him to paint because I've fucking tried putting a string tree behind the nut because it's got a Floyd. Yeah. I found whenever I was doing up the locking nuts up the top, it would make it go sharp because it would pull the strings down. Yeah. So then I put a string tree on there and I fucking cracked the paint. And then something else, I think I dropped a screwdriver on it when I was putting in a pickup, and I was like, and I'm OCD as fuck, so I was like, message Perry, I said, can you fix this? So he's had that guitar, he's fixing that. So
oh man, you should see my guitar's up close and I'm pretty.
I know I'm probably a prima donna. I should probably get over it and just fucking. But yeah, I don't know, because they cost a lot of money, and then I'm like, I beat myself up, and I'm like, fuck's sake, man, that was like wasn't cheap for that, or whatever.
Do you have like one that's a gigging guitar or?
Oh, the green one's probably in one of them cases there. That I've played a lot of gigs with, and that white one. Yeah. And this.
Oh shit, that's an Evertune.
Yeah, it's like a Rhodes type.
Kind of looking at it in my peripheral vision. I was like, oh, it's a Jackson. Like,
it's a Randy Rhodes fucking
that's cool.
tribute thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's cool. That
really like
that is the best sounding guitar I've ever played, man.
Yeah, right.
It's the same. It's got the same pickup as this one, but it just, I don't know if they wound it different or whatever. It just sounds amazing, man.
Right.
That's subjective. You might play it and go, oh, this sounds fucking not that great, but have a go after if you want. Plays cool. Plays really nice.
Do they did Ormsby do like the Floyd setup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
that's Ormsby's. Right?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I'm endorsed, so
Oh, true.
Yeah, so they're all Ormsby's. But I bought that Goto one because it had just a standard Floyd 1000 or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of I guess your kind of standard Floyd.
Yeah.
And it was black, and I wanted a gold one, and then I was like,
yeah, it's a good look.
Fuck. And then because it has them. The body kind of colour there, it kind of looks gold.
Yeah.
And it was all everything was blacked out. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to try put gold on it. So
looks
I
real
did that.
nice.
And then I wouldn't mind getting like one.
Gold machine heads as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And I wouldn't mind getting gold of just the humbucker there and then half there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I might do that sometime.
Get some gold Les Paul pickups in there.
With the covers, you mean? Yeah, that'd look cool. Hey, I never thought about that. I've got a 3D printer. I could probably just print some covers.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So, because aren't they under the covers? They're basically that under the covers, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've never owned a guitar with them, but I just thought that was how they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this one's cool. Yeah.
I like that one.
But yeah, probably the green one is the one I've played most live, I think. I just love that guitar. And it looks so 80s because it's like a toxic green, neon green with a maple neck.
Real thrash.
And every time I play at a gig, someone asks me if they can buy it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I've had heaps of messages on Instagram. Can I buy that guitar? No. Where do I get one? You can't. They don't make it.
Yeah.
Oh, they might do them later again.
Priceless,
but I just love the way it plays. You know how it is. You play a guitar and you're like, I'll just play better on this too.
Yeah.
But when I played over East, them gigs with you, I took that Evertune one because you just pull it out of the bag and it's all out of the case and it's always in tune.
Yeah,
always. Have you played an Evertune?
No.
Okay. They're good. They're always stable in tune, but I don't reckon the tone you get out of them is that great. I know people are going to argue with that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
how's that, it works on like tension or something. Or?
Yeah, so it's got like it's got these springs and these saddle things, and then it's got like a zone.
Yeah.
And so you can bend it in that zone. The spring will take that tension, but then it's got like, I'm pretty sure it's got like a thing either side of where you lock it in, of where it must hit a stopper, and then so people go, you can't bend on them. Yeah, you can. You just turn the tuner up till it gets to the end of that zone, and what will happen? The saddle will kind of like bottom out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the spring can't take any more tension because the saddle's hit like a stopper.
Yeah.
And then your string's going to then take the rest of that tension. So what you do, you get it to that point where, so say you play like an E, bing, bing, and then you keep going up, and then you hear it go sharp.
Yeah.
Just back it off a touch. And then when you bend it, it's going to pull that saddle up to the stopper anyway.
Yeah.
And then you can bend. But people just, I don't know why they don't figure that out, but I figured that out like the first day.
Yeah.
So there's like a zone that it's in, at like a tension zone, and then if you keep going back off the tuner, it'll obviously go to a point where the spring then will then rest back on a stopper there, and then you'll go flat.
Kind of similar to a Floyd.
It is very similar, yeah. And then it'd be like adjusting the spring claw in the back.
Yeah.
And then so what you do once you get it in that zone, you use there's like a grub screw that adjusts how far that is, and then that's how you. So if you want to down tune, you tune like a grub screw,
right,
kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, it is. I think they're making a tremolo version. I think.
Yeah, right.
They made a multi-scale version. I saw that at NAMM. They had that on a Aristides, that brand. They make like them resin guitars.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Those they had one of them on there. But this one, the spring claw, you know how usually you go in there with a screwdriver through the back.
Yeah.
For the claw to adjust it. Well, I got a actually like a worm gear driver, so you can put the Allen key in there.
Oh man,
so you got the Allen key on the back of the headstock. It's magnetic, sticks to the tuners, and then you just put it in there, and it adjusts them both evenly because it's on a double worm drive.
Because I worry about threading the screws in the back.
Yeah,
you got to get it.
That's
on the
right.
angle. Yeah,
that with that Kramer I had, they got loose, and I think I had to change the size of the screws because it was like from maybe 89 or 90 that guitar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so it was really old, and it had been adjusted probably thousands of times.
Yeah.
So so I bought them online. I saw that, do you know Brandon Ellis from the Black Dahlia Murder?
Oh yeah.
He's got that real 80s vibe, wicked player. Yeah.
They were just here, weren't they?
I think so, yeah. He had one of them on his guitar, and I was like, fuck, I might buy one of them. And I got another Ormsby with a Floyd, but it's like the X shape. It's kind of like a Jackson Kelly kind of shape.
Yeah.
No, not Kelly. What's that? What's the Jackson?
The Ormsby. What one did you say?
Yeah, Ormsby. I've got another Ormsby, and it's like an X kind of shape.
The metal X shape?
Yeah, it's similar to like a ML almost in a way. Yeah, like a futuristic ML kind of.
Yeah.
And I got one of them with a Floyd. That's the one that I damaged the paint on that Perry's.
Spewing, yeah.
Fixing. So
I was looking at them because I was like, man, that'd be sick to get one of those.
Yeah, if I had it here, it would have been cool to show you so you could have a go. But I'm getting that painted in black with gold flecks on it, and then the pinstripe. It's got same as that body color pinstripe, but it's going to have gold pinstripe.
Wicked.
And then all gold hardware.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool because it was just kind of it was a black guitar with a kind of smoky kind of flame on the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the finish, and I was like, it was all right, but I was like, I kind of want it to be a bit more
pimp it up.
Yeah, pimp it up. So yeah, do you do many mods to your guitars?
Not really, eh?
Do you have like locking tuners and that you put on them, or?
Just the ones that were on it.
Oh, so they come with locking tuners, do they?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, not the locking tuners.
Just
it's got the nut.
Yeah, so you don't really need.
Don't really need to.
Yeah.
Not really. I've had to obviously work on them. Just wear and tear and stuff. Had
just
new jacks and stuff, and and just fucking with the just making it nice.
All the action and that.
Yeah, working on the action.
Yeah.
So I didn't forgot the word. Made it. Yeah. That's about it, really. Just making it feel right for me.
What amp are you using?
I got a Laney LH something or other.
Yeah. So you haven't got into the modelers or nothing?
Nah. I'm a tube guy for sure.
Nah, that's fair enough, man. I get it too. Yeah, I get that.
I have considered it recently because I'm like, it's so hard lugging a tube amp around the country.
You see like those little quad Cortexes and that.
Yeah, or even getting just getting like a smaller amp.
Yeah, well, they make the little lunchbox ones.
Yeah, like some of those orange ones look cool. And
yeah,
I think
they
do
like katanas are cool too.
The katanas.
Yeah.
The Laney Lionheart, I think they do a smaller one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just worried that it's not going to have enough balls. But
yeah.
But
then when I saw
you mic'd up.
Yeah, well, that's right. But there definitely is a difference, man.
Yeah,
100%. Because I use a Kemper, and I used to in another band I was in a couple of years back. The other guy, he had a 6505 plus, I think.
Yeah.
And volume wise, I could say turn up louder, but I could say I could turn up in the jam room louder than he was. Yeah. His would just have a presence, like it would just something about tube amp that you just.
It's like
my tone was still like it would sound amazing.
Yeah,
but it just
doesn't. It's like
I don't know. Even though it's coming through the same speakers, we're both using Marshall.
It's
cabs.
It's your old Falcon versus a Tesla.
Yeah, that's It's like horsepower. And torque.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Hey,
yeah.
That's why I say it.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, when I saw Machine Head recently, I went to one of their rehearsals, and they were playing through quad Cortexes, and they're playing like massive shows. And I said to Rob, I was like, what are you playing? That tone's fucking killer. What are you using? He's like, Quad Cortex.
Oh shit.
And he's got, and then I thought, and I said, oh, you guys using it, is it all like automated through, like, do you run like a laptop and you got all your clean and like lead and all that changes automated? And he's like, no, the guitar tech stands there and just presses the button or their soundy.
Yeah.
Like presses the foot switch.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
Yeah, right.
I was like, fuck, you wouldn't want to be like every night they're playing like an hour and a half set. I was like, man, you wouldn't want to fucking stuff up.
Yeah.
If it be bang on for all the changes. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know why they don't do the MIDI, because now you can set everything up via MIDI where it'll just flick it over for you.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to touch a foot switch or.
Are they playing
whatever.
to a click?
I think so, yeah.
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 Because it'd be
Well,
easy enough
they've
if
got
you...
IEMs in, all of them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so like...
Yeah, it'd be
you're-
easy enough to set it up. Well, that's what a lot of bands do
Yeah.
nowadays.
Like if you are playing to a click, it'd be harder for a band like us because we're just like so plug in and play.
Yeah, do you use Play to a Click?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
I think that kind of would ruin us.
Yeah,
like,
it ruin the feel, man, because you've
we're
got
all
that kind
about
of
feeling.
swagger kind of. You could have,
Yeah,
yeah,
it'd
you
be
get-
too rigid for us. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, for Annie Girl, we're to a click
yeah,
because that's like, she's got the full, the in-ear rig
Yeah.
and all that set up that I have no idea.
yeah. We've
how
just
to
gone to
work
that,
on.
and
Yeah.
the guitarist knows about that. I'm just like, man,
Like 2 hours of your
It's-
rehearsal is setting that up.
yeah. Yeah, when Fear Factory came over with Machine Head, all their stuff came over late or missed the flight, and then so Amy, the Ormsby like artist relations chick, she's like messaging me, hey, do you have in-ear monitors? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, because Fear Factory stuff didn't come over, and I'm like, don't ask me any questions. I don't know anything about it, and I
Yeah.
don't think it's at the level that would be good enough for them. Like ours is kind of a budgety kind of level,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't want to insult them. Fuck that.
Man, they would have like it's like Sugar as well. They
Yeah.
got like they're so tight as well.
Yeah,
But
all the
like-
syncopated drums and that.
The drums are synced up and
Yeah,
it's all the lighting rigs all synced up
yeah,
to
that's
the,
right. It's like
such
I
a
don't
show.
think.
Like,
Yeah, I don't think our stuff would be anything
It'd be
anywhere near the level
so
of what
much
they would be
work.
using.
so much work.
No. Even our thing's fucking a headache. I don't get out any of the shit work, so I should probably learn it, but I don't care to either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So all that sort of stuff kind of takes away from your instrument as well.
Yeah,
Like that's the one thing about like with Vulgurite is we're so DIY that I feel like it kind of takes away from the actually playing your instrument a lot.
you're right. It does, man. It does.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it's just because we've gone more like electronic now. Like there's a lot of synth stuff in our songs and
Yeah.
sampley stuff. Because I was trying to just make it more modern. Because I love movies like Blade Runner and Fifth
Yeah.
Element, the futuristic cyber stuff. So I've been trying to put that a bit in our songs.
Oh,
I just
cool,
kind of
yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah.
And then
Adds your character of your band, hey?
yeah,
Like,
so it's kind of like we kind of have to, or it's kind of the next step is to use in-ears because you're going to kind of using samples and stuff. And there's,
yeah.
so don't need them, but it's just, It's
Yeah.
not as like rocking out as your band. Your band, like you rock out a lot and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's
Yeah.
the reason. Probably we don't need them, I guess. Like anyone can make that argument about any band, really. You don't need any ears, but
Yeah, but it does. It's like you kind of have that professional thing about you if you are playing to a click to in-ears. So I get why people do it.
but
It
we're a
does-
local band too, and I was like, I don't know if people are just going to be like, look at these fucking douches.
I don't think so.
But it's like everyone's doing it now. Like there's heaps
Yeah.
of local bands. It's kind of because they're affordable now as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's not like you need like $5,000 for your in-ears or whatever.
You can potentially bring like a big production to a smaller venue as
Yeah.
well. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
We wanted to try to put
Yeah.
on a good show, and But I videoed them shows over east, and I just had too many beers before our stuff, and I was just like listening back. I was like, man, I am so embarrassed. I just fucked up so much stuff, man. And my leads are I was like so many fucking bung notes, and I was like, oh
man, I can't. You know, like after every show, I get tagged in like videos.
And you're like,
and
I'm not
I
sharing
like-
that. I'm not sharing that.
I like. No, it's just more like I can't even watch it after like for another 2 days or something.
Yeah.
Like if someone sends me a video, I'm just like, I'm not ready to watch it yet. I can't handle it.
Yeah. What do you critique yourself too, mate?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, you piece of shit.
Yeah. You should just fucking kill yourself.
Just quit.
Just quit. You shit at guitar.
Yeah. But oh man, everyone has that.
Yeah, that's right. I think you'd have to be a bit of a narcissist or something to be look at it and go,
I'm pretty good. Yeah.
I killed it.
Like, look how good I am.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But so obviously, yeah, you guys are going to be, when he's doing that studio thing, you reckon?
Don't know. I haven't even spoken to. I've asked the guy at the studio if we can do it, but I haven't actually brought it up with the band yet. But whether they want to do it, but
which studio is that? Do you know?
We literally go up to Super Freak, which is a rehearsal studio, but he's got some really nice rooms.
Yeah, okay.
That's where we've done all our drums.
Where's that?
It's up in Joondalup.
Oh, okay. Ages away. Where do you live again?
In Mount Hawthorn.
Oh, okay.
Kind of right on the border of Leederville.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Is that near Charles Street and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not super clued on to the Perth geography. I used to live in Como. And I lived in Balcatta, but I think I just used to go to work, drive to work, and just follow the GPS.
Yeah.
I knew a few streets, but yeah. Every time we go to a gig, even though I've been at Amps like a million times, I still use the GPS.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
I'm from the country.
Oh yeah, where about?
No, man, from Mandurah.
Oh, Mandurah. Yeah, I suppose
we drive tractors down here.
Yeah.
I've got a tractor in the garage.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's traded in the Ford for a tractor.
Yeah. Nice Massey Ferguson.
Yeah.
Nah, but no, well, if you don't go to Perth a lot, and there's always changes there, they're always fucking around the roadworks.
Oh man, it kills me.
It's like the freeway. I swear everyone that listens to my podcast has heard this spiel so many times. I just hate the fucking freeway.
Yeah, dude.
So how can you not fucking figure it out by now?
I'm trying to convince the guys in Vulgurite to let's write a song called Perth Freeway Sucks. Or Perth Freeway fucking sucks.
Have you been to LA?
Nah, I haven't been to America.
Oh, okay. Well, the traffic there's fucking crazy, but I'm like, I drove on the motorway probably 3 or 4 times because we rented a car. And I was like, how does this flow like way better than Kwinana Freeway?
Well, it's even the same as like when you go to Melbourne. Like, it's like there's traffic, but it's moving.
Yeah.
They've just got it figured out.
What is, and you get past where it goes slow, and it's like, what were we slowing down for?
Some guy's changing his tyre on the side of the road.
Yeah. Or what it is, though, is people don't know how to merge, man.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. And like I've said on this podcast before, it's like people are like, it's like they think they own the lane. Or they're like, my dad used to drive in this lane. And his father before him. This is my lane.
And then his father built this lane.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, you want in my lane? Fuck. No.
Yeah, they like.
That's what they're like. But you put in your indicator, and I see it all the time, man, because I'm always driving up the freeway or whatever, going to jobs, and I'll be on there and I'll indicate, and there's a gap. And I'm like, I'm going to indicate, be courteous, and the guy speeds up. It's like, you fuckhead, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just going to push it. And if I push you off the road, I don't care.
Or people that,
you can crash for all I care. If you want to be that stubborn about it, you can fucking crash, man, because I'll put my indicator on.
They just don't like being behind you.
Yeah.
That's their problem. Like, and they'll literally go and overtake you and then hit the brakes.
And then you'll see, like I was coming home like yesterday and there's cars in front of me and I'm like, they're doing like 80 in the 100 zone. I'm like, I can only do what they're doing. I'm in the right lane because I'm always going a couple Ks over because I want to get where I'm going. And people sit up my ass and they're not swerving and they go over the line trying to see if there's a gap.
Yeah.
And then they come around, then floor it in, don't indicate, and just cut in front of you. And then they're stuck because it's like 10 cars in front of me doing 80, man. It's like, you're a dickhead, man.
Yeah.
What are you getting angry at me for? Because now you're just stuck where I'm stuck. And now you've inconvenienced me because I've got to hit my brakes and slow down. And it's
just be consistent with your speed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know. It must be just like people don't have the attention span anymore.
They're on their phones and shit. You drive past them and they're like this. It's like, mate.
Yeah.
Like, like there's, as much as I hate speed cameras and that, the ones for the phones, they get the ones overhead. Yeah. I'm like, fair enough. Because people need to get the fuck off their phones while they're driving.
The text message can wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Check it later.
Yeah, and then at traffic lights, you'll see like it'll go green and there'll be like 3 people go through. It's like, how? And there's a gap of like 10 cars, and then you look at the guy in front of you, and then you can see the head looking down. It's like, oh, no wonder why. You're on your fucking phone, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, man. And then
look around.
Yeah.
Just like enjoy like where you are right now.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing with LA. I noticed if you indicate, people just let you in.
Yeah, right.
I was like, holy shit, everyone here is so courteous, man.
Yeah.
And then, but I was talking to someone in the US, and they're like, yeah, because everyone's packing heat, so, so you're not going to cut them off because you're probably going to get shot.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I was like, I suppose. Yeah. So there's not as much road rage, but there is. I've seen heaps of road rage videos over there. But
yeah,
I will say that in my very short experience there, the driving, even through LA in the city, and you know what it's like driving in Perth, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was like kind of not bad.
Yeah, right.
I was like, shit, how is this easier to drive around than fucking Perth? Because we were driving everywhere, driving around like fucking Hollywood and Beverly Hills and then down into LA and stuff. And I was like,
Perth, you just got one option to get north and south.
Yeah, the freeway, that's it. Yeah.
So, and even like some days I'm like, all right, I'm going to just try going the long way around the coastway. It takes about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But you're at least moving.
That's like, right, yeah. That's the thing. I hate the stop-start of traffic lights because for me to go to work, because my work's in East Rockingham, and they've just added like another set of fucking lights. There's probably like, I counted it, there's probably like 11 sets of lights maybe to my work. But if I I just go on the freeway, I just go the back way through like our suburb to the freeway, and then I just jump on that Kalijah Road or whatever it is to go to work, and it is longer. It's like 7 kilometres longer.
Yeah.
So instead of it being like 25 Ks, it's like 31 or 32 Ks. But I'm like, I don't give a shit.
You'll be using less fuel as well because you move. Yeah. Like you're not just sitting in traffic going.
It takes me about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But I just hate having to stop and then take off. At least this I can just listen to tunes and just cruise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate being inconvenienced.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking, I've got to get where I'm going.
Yeah, we're going to Rockingham the other day. It took 3 hours because there was a truck rollover. And
didn't a sheep jump off a truck the other week as well?
Probably.
On the freeway, yeah.
And then, like I put $30 in and I was on empty by Rockingham. So then I had to top up again.
Yeah, because you like stop and stop. And,
yeah. But if you can just like consistent, like highway driving that car is not bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's actually the thing in my Falcon. When I'd put in like 98 or whatever, I would look at the range thing, and if I was sitting on 110, I would use like 8 litres or probably 7, 8 litres.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy for a car that's got 1,000 horsepower to be doing that.
That's because where it wants to be. Like, it's just,
I used to, like my car that I drive now, I drive a Forester, and I average like 8.4 to 9, and that's a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
With like 100 horsepower. I've got a car that's got like 10 times more power that uses less fuel. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, eh?
But that's the thing with the big V8s, they just loved it. They got
like
the power to cruise along. Yeah.
Just powering along.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Have you done much to your car or not?
Nah. No? I only got it in December.
Oh, yeah?
And, drove it back from Victoria.
Oh, shit.
With my old man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool, man.
And then the time we did the Nullarbor before that was in his... he's got a HQ Statesman.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So we did it in that, which is in one of the Annie Girl film clips.
Oh, yeah, right. I haven't seen any of the videos.
Literally drove it across for that.
Yeah, cool.
He's just, he's a bit of a legend. Like, and he loves a roadie.
yeah, that's killer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the old road trip, hey?
Yeah.
Only time I don't do it now because my wife's always like, why don't we go down south? Because it's just kids in the car.
Yeah.
Does my head in. But for work, I've done like fucking like 19-hour drives. Actually, I did a trip up north. I drove 1,600 kilometres.
Yeah.
In a crane at 60 k's an hour.
In a crane?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's 60 k's an hour.
Whoa.
Because it was real hot, and the tyres on there, if you go
too fast, they'll blow out.
They were cheap shit that the company was buying, and they would just blow. So we already had a blowout, and then we got stuck on the side of the road for like a day. So, So I had to sit on 60 because otherwise it's just when it's like 40 odd degrees up there, the tires just fucking explode. So yeah, that was so fucking boring, man.
How many kilometers?
1600.
Wow.
So what happened was I flew up to Port Hedland, and then I had to go to down. Do you know where Oski is?
No.
Oh, it's like between Port Hedland and Newman.
Oh, okay.
I had to go down there. Yeah. The crane was on the side of the road with a flat tire. Apparently, someone just quit, blew a tire, and he quit. He said, "Fuck this." So I flew up to go get the crane and take it to a job.
Wow.
So I've gone there, and then we had to wait like most of a day for a tire fitter to come with a big tire for it, put it on.
Yeah.
And then
it'd be a pretty big deal putting on a tire on one of those.
Yeah,
things.
it is. Yeah, they're big tires.
Yeah.
And then by the time then I got back to I think it was 200 or 300 kilometres back to South Hedland or Port Hedland. Stayed there the night, then drove all the way to Panawanica.
Where's that?
So I'm not too familiar with the geography up there, but that's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never done the top end.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Geraldton's as far north as I've been.
Yeah, right. Geraldton's cool.
Yeah, I love Geraldton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we go up there, it's a good time. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Rat Salad guys live up there.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they just
crew.
played at a gig up there, some Calberry thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good crew. But I've done the Nullarbor. I'll be in my 20s now.
Yeah.
I think it's like I've got family back in Melbourne.
Yeah,
well,
right. I've never been on it.
You've never
I've
done
only ever flown over east, but I've travelled pretty extensively in WA. But a lot of it when I was young. My stepdad, he was a farmer, but he was a contractor, so he would drive harvesters, or then he would go milk cows, or then he'd go to like seeding or whatever.
Yeah.
So he'd drive all the big shit. So we just followed him around, and so I was always going to different schools and never had friends. So I was always just because as soon as you make friends, you'd shift again.
You got to move.
Yeah, and then so we ended up all over the joint. But I don't remember much from when I was young. But
probably good for your social skills, but
yeah, that's why I just love a good yarn.
All the time.
That's why I go to jobs, and when I go to jobs at work, I just have yarns with the blokes. And then everyone, it's funny, heaps of people go, "When you arrived, I thought you'd be a deadbeat fuckhead because of the way you look." And I was I don't know whether to be insulted or what. And they're like, "But you're actually a cool guy." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." I guess I don't know.
I used to cop that up growing up, actually. Yeah. Like, I didn't know what to expect of you, but you're actually a nice dude.
Yeah. I get that all the time, man. People say, I get it. People see me and think I'm like a druggie or something or whatever. But here's what it is. I chose to look like this, so I can't blame any other cunt. I'll look at other people too and go, "Look at this fucking..." Nah. I do. People judge people.
You're looking at people that look like you and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Sometimes I see him and I'm like, "Look at this fucking deadbeat." Oh, wait. Well, is there anything else you want to chat about?
Can't think of anything, but
before we wrap it up, I do want to go back to the Pantera thing. So, what was your favourite album you were saying? Was it Reinventing the Steel?
But all for different reasons. Like, I love the aggressiveness of Great Southern Trendkill.
Man, that album,
diversity as well. Like,
that is my favourite album of theirs.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's any better than the others. Yeah. But it's probably I listened to it a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and there's just that's the thing nowadays. I try to explain to younger guys is like, they show me like a breakdown. I'm like, it's heavy, but it's not that heavy, man. I said, if you listen to the Trendkill, like War Nerve, when he's going off at that bit in War Nerve, all them screams in the middle of it. Like, if you listen to like War Nerve or something, man, because he's not just screaming like guys nowadays. If they scream, like they do like the low gutturals or whatever. Yeah. So it's heavy, but he doesn't sound like traumatized or angry. Yeah. Phil sounded like pissed off, man.
Pissed off. Oh, yeah.
And I just think that album, to me, or for me anyway, it captured like that aggressiveness more than any other album ever, I think.
Yeah.
That if you listen to some of them songs on there, he just sounds so fucking angry and pissed off.
Yeah.
Or you listen to Tens, he sounds like so depressed about the drug use or whatever.
Smacked out, yeah.
Yeah, and the guitar solo on that song too, man.
Yeah. Man. The guitar solo.
I could do a whole episode about Pantera.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
What's one of your favourite leads from Dime? What's just a standout one for you that you go to?
I reckon. Oh man, it's tough because I reckon like the No Good and like the Vulgar, like
Yeah.
Is
that the one with the vocoder thing, or is that wow 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 wow? And then it's like is that
yeah. Just that. Man, like all the solos, like you can't pick one because, like, there isn't a bad one. I don't think
there isn't, man. But one's standouts for me are like Cemetery Gates,
yeah,
you know, and then Mouth for War. I love the lead on that,
yeah,
and Tens.
Yeah.
Although I will say though, on Reinventing the Steel, there wasn't as many standout solos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They weren't as iconic as some of the other stuff. They kind of took a back seat really on that album, didn't they?
He kind of wound it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they were like, it was 2000.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was,
around,
it was
I
like
think
around
2000.
Yeah.
Might have been, yeah.
And that's when it's like all the new metal stuff was out.
Yeah. And probably their chemistry at that time, I think, was pretty shot, wasn't it, really? They weren't like all getting along.
Yeah.
What I found bizarre, though, was, you know, when they did Trendkill, apparently they weren't even talking to Phil. He was working with Trent Reznor, doing his vocals and sending him to him or something. And I just wonder how the songwriting went for that. I would have loved to have been on Fly on the Wall.
Well, I think they just kind of got the music together.
They must have, Vinny and Dime must have been like, all right, and then that'll be a chorus and that'll be that, and we'll send it to him and then Phil will work it out. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
But it made a fucking cool album.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like it's like the most different and most aggressive. Also it has its like lows as well. And, to be honest, that was my favourite for a long time.
Yeah, well, Far Beyond Driven, that was probably my least listened to album.
Yeah,
out of all of them, it's probably I like love them all, but that's probably my least favourite of them.
Yeah,
like it's even though I do love that album, there's so much cool shit on that, but just Vulgar I listened to so much as a kid, man.
That's timeless.
That is, man. I listen to that so much, man. Yeah. And then
doesn't matter when you can just. I mean, you can chuck any Pantera album at any time, and it's great. But that one in particular is just
man.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Cowboys.
Yeah.
But Vulgar for me was when they found their groove, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Cowboys still had a bit of a hangover from the 80s.
Yeah, it did. I had that still a bit of that hair metal kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Phil's vocals, like you listen to the highs in Cemetery Gates, he never did them anywhere else ever again.
Yeah, he dropped that.
Yeah. But that's one thing people forget when because obviously he's done some controversial stuff over the years and people are like, oh, he's a this or that, you know, Phil is a he's a racist or this or whatever. Yeah. It's like, but separate the artist from the whatever. Like his singing, his vocals on, say, Cemetery Gates is like some of the best vocals ever, I think, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like the cleans are amazing. He's such a good vocalist.
Yeah. There was a time in my life I'd crank that every day when I got home.
Yeah, man.
Put that on, crack a beer.
Yeah, man.
It was like, it's just the best.
And just the intro and the main riff to Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah.
You know, that cool phaser, whatever. What is the intro? It's like a phaser or something, like phases in and out.
Yeah, I
that
think
riff.
so, yeah.
And that man.
Sick. Have you heard there's the demos for Cowboys album on YouTube?
I'll have to check it out.
Like Medicine Man and just like a lot of tracks from Cowboys was like the original demos for it.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to check it out.
It's interesting. Like, because you're like, these guys knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But then there was a couple of changes they've made.
Yeah.
Must have been like, Terry Date or
whatever.
Just like suggested some things. But
there was that what was that real thrashy, fast as fuck song on Cowboys from Hell?
Heresy?
Nah, it's not Heresy.
Shattered?
Shattered. Is it that one?
No,
no, it's not that one. The Art of Shredding.
Oh, yeah.
Man, some of the riffing in that is just fucking next level, man.
Sick, hey?
Yeah.
There's
love that.
good footage of them playing that live I think
It's
it was
on the
DVD.
Cowboys one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that the one where Phil's got the mic tied around his forehead? He's walking, and then he measures his dick.
Yeah.
He's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
The antics they got up to, eh?
That would have been a fun time, man.
Yeah, man. You would never get any sleep on tour with them, though.
Nah,
like them trolling, like wrapping you in toilet paper and lining it up, and fireworks and shit.
But apparently, when they were like, when it was time to work, like as in writing the album, recording the album,
They were serious?
They were completely sober.
Really?
Got the work done. So I hear, but yeah,
that's
I'm kind of a bit of both.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know, when the work needs to be done, I'm like, all right, I've just got to concentrate. No drinking, no going out and stuff, and
Yeah.
I get the work done. But then it's a double-edged sword or whatever, because a lot of I get way more creative after just a few beers.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. You loosen up, don't you?
Yeah, you're not so rigid and
Yeah.
you're kind of feeling it a bit more. And
Yeah, you're right.
so I don't know. It's a bit of a balance thing for me, but
Yeah. I'll be keen to hear how your studio thing turns out. That sessions do.
Same.
You'll have to.
If you don't hear from us, it went terribly.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Well, I guess that's like you said before. You go. Depends if you could go to the studio and you might go and go, man, I've got nothing. I've got no riffs, man. I've got nothing.
Yeah.
And you might all just go, fuck, we got because sometimes at jam we'll muck around with some riffs or whatever and jam a few things out, and then some ideas will come out. But actually, to be honest, more often than not, though, we're not very good at collaborating.
Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a me problem, though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because you're very hands on the project sort of thing?
Yeah, and I've always, to be honest, man, I've been with the guitar, I've been like a bit of a loner. Like when I was growing up, it was just me that played guitar. I never had any friends that played guitar.
Yeah.
Didn't have any musician mates.
Yeah.
It was always just me. So I would just play in my room a lot, and then I would never play other bands' songs really. I'd always just try to write my own shit. I'd learn a few things, like Master of Puppets or Mouth for War or some Cemetery Gates or whatever. Or some Megadeth.
Kind of the same. Like I did grow up playing covers at first, because like when you're playing in bands, it's like, what do we play? It's
That's right. Yeah.
Let's learn these songs. But
Well, you kind of got to do that to learn how to write a song, don't you? Like I did learn some stuff, but
even still now, I'm not a covers guy. I do covers if I have to.
Yeah.
But it just feels false to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not expressing myself through my guitar.
I know what you mean, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I just get bored playing other things. I want to play my shit, man.
I'm just not I'm not a copycat in any way. You know what I mean? Like I tried, like, obviously time.
Well, you're gonna have influences. Everyone's gonna have influences.
And I grew up learning Angus Young licks and stuff like that, but
I know what you mean. I know
I'm
exactly.
influenced, but I'm like try to do like be as
Put your twist on it
as I can. Yeah,
that's the same with me. Like you can definitely hear so much Machine Head in my playing.
Yeah,
and some Dime stuff, I guess, in some stuff, but it's always I've always like had my weird twist to things.
Yeah,
and I find like where half my riffs come from is like, or a lot of stuff for leads is like exercises on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, people's like exercise they try, and then I'll do that, and then I'll just add in, fuck around with stuff, and then before I know it, I'm like coming up with some stuff for a lead. And
I sort of do that, like just practicing scales or whatever, and it's the fuck up.
Yeah.
When I fuck something up,
you stumble like, what was that? Shit.
Yeah, that's where most of it comes from with me. Like, usually just if I'm chilling out the back of my house with an acoustic, and I'm playing around, make a mistake, but it happens to sound good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like the Vulgurite stuff is it's very like diminished or whatever. Like,
do you know much theory or not?
I do.
Yeah, I
grew up on it,
I
but I
need
don't
to know more.
Well, you don't.
But I definitely think there's a correlation between playing really good and knowing a bit of theory.
Yeah. I mean,
because you need to know your way around the net.
You need to know what works. But I guess like what I do is like I run through all my like scales and all that shit, but when I'm writing my own stuff, keep it within the theory, but step outside the lines a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I was worried about. I was really
like,
ignorant.
growing up, I was so strict on myself with theory.
Yeah.
That it's like, no, well, that doesn't work because it's not in this scale.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, like, break the rules.
That's I
I
had a mate that was this is a bit later after I've been playing guitar for quite a few years, and he was learning to be a guitar, but he's one of them people, if they learn something, they go study it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was doing, like, with the guitar, he'd know heaps about this, like, theory stuff, and then I'd show him riffs I made. He goes, oh, but that shouldn't work because I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't matter, man. Like, use the theory as like a tool to get you where you need to go, and then make the rest up. And then he couldn't write music.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't get how I could come up with stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe because I don't know much theory, I don't have like a box that I'm in, you know, like I'm not. But
you want to be in the box a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Well, it's handy for like if you're working at harmonies or what works vocally.
Yeah.
With the guitar.
I need to do a bit more. Yeah. Definitely it's something I really need to clamp down on, and I should really do because it definitely, you can tell it'll level up my playing as well.
Yeah.
It will. I know it will. But it's a matter of time and and the bother. Yeah. I'm a lazy fucker sometimes, so.
We all are.
Yeah, so, but what I was saying was, so I got, would obviously always just play by myself. So, so I never like collaborated with people. Yeah. And then in my first band, the other guitarist, it's a different one to what I'm in a band with now. He was always jamming and drinking beers and that, and he was all about like partying and drinking beers and fucking playing guitar with people. So when we'd jam, him and the drummer would just start going off on this tangent, fucking around with stuff, and then I'd kind of just stand there. I didn't know what to do, didn't know what riffs. I had no riffs because I kind of have to think of a riff or like work it out what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll very rarely ever come up with, but because he was always playing covers, Nath, the other guitarist, he would know so many like covers of like old like Maiden stuff or like Black Dahlia Murder or this or that. He'd just rip out riffs, and I was like, I've got nothing. So I'm just shit with collaborating with people, man, and that's a me problem. But I don't think I'll ever work on that.
Yeah,
I'm doing what I'm doing.
It works for you what you're doing. So,
I'm probably not as very fair for the rest of the band, but they seem to be happy enough, I guess. And if not, they can tell me. You know, so yeah.
You got shows coming up?
We're trying to organise one now, actually, because we've just finished recording 3 songs, or we're just getting last one mixed and mastered by do you know Cody Brooks?
I know the name.
Yeah, he's been around. Yeah. I don't really know him that well, but I like his mixes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's mixing and mastering the last song, and then we're going to do like a 3-track EP kind of thing.
Cool.
A part 1, then a couple months, a part 2 of that, and then maybe part 3. Who knows? I don't know. But we've got the artwork and everything for that, and the merch sorted. So, and we just done a video. Just got that back from Joe Varley.
Oh, I think I saw you guys doing that. Was that like in an abandoned place or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were working on it all.
Yeah, I think I put up some shit on Instagram. So yeah, we're going to do that because we talked about doing like an album with more songs, but I don't think anyone listens to that anymore, man.
Nah. We just want to do an album because we're like, since we've started, we're like, we've got to do an album.
It's the right way to do it. Like I want to do it, but it's just like no one's going to, or we don't have the fan base that will listen to it, if that makes sense. I think if you're already established as like a big enough band, I think fans will check out your whole release.
Yeah.
But if you're a band that no one really knows, they're just going to listen to a handful of tracks, 3 tracks, plenty enough. They'll get a good idea about what you're about or something, you know?
I think EPs work well.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, because just going off what like our kind of history in the last 2 years, we released an EP, got heaps of attention. Then after that, released a bunch of singles. Like we were like, let's release a single per month or whatever.
Yeah,
because we're like, well, that's what people are doing these days. Like no one listens to albums or EPs, whatever. So we're like, let's do that. And it's kind of like, wasn't getting much interest. Then we're like, well, fuck it, let's just do an EP because who cares? Like, we just want to do an EP. Did that, like, got attention again, like
Yeah.
getting radio interviews and stuff like that. And then this year I released just a single, and it's like, wow. You know, like it's just,
that's a funny thing.
weird,
I don't get how the algorithm works, man. I don't even care to work it out either because
I'm not like a technology guy.
No,
either, like, and so
I am a bit, but it's like to be honest, I find it's way too stressful and strenuous, and it's like, look, the band's not gonna blow up. Let's be real, you know.
Yeah.
It's very, very minuscule chance. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to work out how the algorithm works and do all that shit. I'll just do enough that I can be bothered doing, because otherwise it takes away from the enjoyment of being in a band, man.
exactly,
really.
yeah. And
I don't enjoy it at all, that side of it, because I remember we released this one song called War Is Here. It was really fast, had heaps of tremolo picking bits in it, and it was like 220 BPM, real fast stuff, heaps of double kicks, and was real full on, and that kind of did all right. And then we released this song called Futility that was had like a more poppier chorus, like had cleans. I was doing some cleans in that, and it was really catchy, had some synths, and I thought, man, this will blow us up a bit. I thought, you know, and I wasn't doing it because I love that kind of stuff too, but I thought this will do better than the last song for sure. It's funny, it flopped, man.
Yeah, it's funny what you think. You're like, oh, this is a good song, and then that doesn't do so well. But then, like the third track on our last EP is like one of our most popular songs on Spotify at the moment. It's like, how does that work?
I know. Yeah, that's like one of the songs we didn't really promote at all is like our highest streaming one. Yeah, it's still got fuck all streams, but it's got more than the others.
Well, the thing is, so once it's up, it's there. Yeah. If people get into your band later, it's still going to be there.
That's right. So, yeah.
It might not happen straight away.
Yeah. But where our sounds change so dramatically, if you listen to our EP and then the tracks after and then the new stuff, it's like it sounds so much different, even though it's all the same people.
Yeah. But we're just growing as a band.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we just want to try different stuff and not trying to go, see what sticks. It's more like I like playing different stuff. Yeah. Like if you listen to our EP, our first one, there's all sorts of stuff on there, you know, like a bit of a wide range of stuff. And then this new one's same thing. There's like a song that's like 2 minutes long, really fast, and it's even got like a trap bit in the middle. Like a kind of rappy thing that I do. Sweet. I just thought I'll try it.
Why not?
And it came out all right. And then there's a song that's like kind of like Architects, you know, the Animals song by Architects. Yeah. It's kind of like that, like anthemic. Yeah. And then there's another song that's kind of just more like late 90s metal song. So yeah. It's pretty eclectic.
It's good.
Group of songs there.
That's good because like a lot of bands kind of stick to their pigeonholed genre. You know what I mean? So and I kind of said to the Vulgurite guys, it's like, it doesn't matter what we do. It's like, sure, come at me with this idea. It's going to end up a Vulgurite song and it's going to sound like us. Yeah. You know, like, because it's the same guys.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right. Yeah, that is right. Our stuff still does sound.
It gets filtered by you guys anyway.
That's right. So, it does. Yeah.
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 Doesn't
You're
matter
right.
what angle you come at it with.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a fair point, man. Yeah.
So
yeah. Well,
that's why I like trying different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like just let's try this way and see what happens. It's probably going to sound like us in the end anyway.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all about having fun, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. So, keep it fun.
Yeah.
And it's a little adventure for us to just lock ourselves in a room and be like, all right, cool, let's go. And see what who
knows, man? Something cool might come out of it. Or something might not. At least you don't know unless you try. So
no sleep. Just a bit of sleep deprivation. See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Probably end up start smashing on.
Yeah, probably.
Band will break up.
Yeah, it'll be like that Russian experiment.
The sleep experiment.
Yeah, the sleep.
It's waterboarding.
Yeah.
Stay awake.
Yeah.
Buckets and shit. Electric shock therapy.
Ride a riff. Yeah.
Have a car battery there. Yeah. Put on your nipples. What? Oh, fuck. I think that about wraps it up. That's an hour and 45.
Oh, went quick.
Flies, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
But Yeah, man.
No idea what we just spoke about.
Yeah, well, I'll upload it and you can have a listen.
This and that.
Yeah.
I won't listen to it.
You don't like the sound of your own voice?
I will in maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Man, that's the thing. Heaps of people before they come on here, they're like, they get like nervous. What are we going to talk about? And then I'm like, I don't know. It's not an interview, man.
Yeah, just start.
I don't have questions. I'm like, so when are you on tour? Oh, so how did that go?
Yeah.
It's none of that. It's just like have a yarn, man.
Yeah.
I like and the good thing is I don't look up any of the bands before they come on or any of the people. Some of them I know a bit of their bands. I might have played with them a couple of times or whatever. Other people I've never ever seen in my life. Like there's, I don't know if you know Josh Ang.
No.
Oh, he's from that band Pincer. Local kind of. I don't know what their genre is, and he was in that band Dealer.
Still don't know.
Oh, yeah. They kind of blew up a bit a couple of years ago. But anyway, I've never met him. Invited him on, he came, and then never met like the singer from Daybreak. He came on. Then the guitarist from Dark Matter.
Yeah.
And they were all the best dudes, man. Nicest guys ever.
Yeah.
And same with yourself, man. I didn't really know you, So.
Yeah.
And I kind of prefer it because I find if I already know them, I kind of know them. So it's not going to be as genuine of a conversation because I'm going to ask stuff I probably already maybe know.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't know you, I'm just kind of like learning as I go.
A little bit more spontaneous.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and there's no agenda.
Yeah.
Just goes from fucking all sorts of subjects.
I
Man.
think we spoke about tractors and
traffic and the freeway. Yeah. So yeah, man.
So the traffic always comes up on this podcast.
Yeah, it does because everyone drives from Perth to here.
True, yeah.
And they're like, fuck. So
it's good because I feel like I complain about the traffic too much.
Nah.
So it's good.
Can never complain too much. They need to fucking fix it.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Especially around
change the name of the podcast to Fix the Fucking Freeway.
Fix the Fucking Freeway podcast. FTF.
Yeah.
FTFW podcast.
Still gonna write a song, whether it's with Vulgurite or not.
You should. That'd be funny.
Freeway.
Yeah, you should. That'd be funny as fuck.
I'm really passionate about it,
Yeah. Same. I passionately hate it.
Yeah.
I've got a mate actually over east that he did a parody song about cyclists.
Oh, really?
And it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it goes or anything, but I remember I got a good laugh out of it.
The Legend of Borry, that cartoon.
Yeah.
Dead Kelly.
Yeah, Dead Kelly. Yeah.
Fuck that.
They're good, man.
That's classic, hey?
They're good, yeah.
I love Borry. He's the sickest cunt ever. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate that.
No stress.
So, yeah. And cool. Cheers.
Yeah, too easy.